Hey there, Kit Lyle from the Operators. I just wanted to give you a quick taste of what we cover in our Friday Private Equity Playbooks boot camps. This month is the first 45 days in private equity. That's the topic that we're focused on. Here's some reasons to join our community platform. It says 730. We're actually above 750 now. So there's no other space that I'm aware of where private equity backed executives and operating partners can come together, collaborate, share wisdom, ask for help, network, participate in discussion events, and so forth. So we've opened that up. So feel free to join us at theoperators.pe. Success in private equity does depend to some extent on having a space to come together and collaborate. So I just wanted to give you a sense of how this community comes together for our playbook boot camp. So we'll go through this pretty quickly. There are four different types of private equity culture shock. Founders expect that they'll be able to do things pretty much the same way they had before. Incumbents expect that not much will change. Recruited executives expect they'll have pretty much the same amount of support, systems, processes, people, technology as they had in their previous company, which was probably enormous. And then the operating partner feels that they'll be able to implement change on their own when in fact they're kind of stuck in the middle. So about 40% of a deal team, not a deal team, a management team is out of a job within the first quarter after closing, and that's the main reason that the boot camp exists, because you do need about a dozen playbooks in your head or in writing somewhere. 80% is not good enough. You need decision rights. You need board reporting. The exit is the goal. You can see all that stuff on the left. You'll be evaluated against all of these different factors: value creation, continuous improvement. But the most important one is the third one, the ability to solve for problems. On the private equity side, the deal team, the board, they're trying to maximize these six. So consistent growth, margin that's predictable, the ability to transfer the business to a new owner or operator, risk mitigation, capital invested wisely already, and then speed of credible evidence. What that really means is the ability to make decisions based on facts. These are some of the qualities that make a good operator. Frankly, the middle column is probably the most important to focus on. High EQ, low ego, excellent communicators, and what we call humility with confidence. As we move on, this presentation covers the first 45 days, as the title suggests. So I'm going to get through some of this, and then we get to days 1 through 7, 8 through 15, 16 to 30, and so forth. I'm not going to take you through all of it, so we'll just go through these first few slides. So the investment thesis tells you the why. Why did the owners buy the company? The value creation plan is the how. In other words, what do we prioritize? The activation window answers all of that stuff. Over on the left-hand side, you can see there's the why, the how, the who, meaning who has the decision rights. Is it a board decision, or do we just need to collaborate with the board, or do you get to make the decision on your own? Where do we stand right now in terms of our achievement or our accomplishments, our progress toward the value creation plan? You need to be able to report that essentially in real time back to the board. So how and when and with what mode or medium do you use? The when is the when are we exiting? Because you have to think about the exit literally from day one. And then, what's the format? What's the process? What's the style of leadership? Because most founder-led businesses or family-owned businesses that were just acquired by private equity are led typically by essentially a benevolent dictator. So that's not a scalable leadership style. So what's the best practice kind of leadership in a private equity context? Fact-based decision making. And so, you need to be able to make decisions based on clean, clear, crisp data that everybody agrees upon. The mindset of continuous improvement and searching for better practices. This is change management. And then quick wins, we want to be able to socialize what we've done, not only for the board, but also for the internal team. So how and when and what types of quick wins should you set out to accomplish within the first 45 days? And as I said, now we get into specifics day to day. So we'll stop here. This is just a taste of the kinds of topics that we cover in our Private Equity Playbooks Bootcamp every Friday, so feel free to join us. Check it out at theoperators.pe. Thanks.